If you want to create a clean professional layout in Figma, one of the most useful things you can learn is how to make a 12-column grid. A 12-column grid is a standard design system setup used for websites, landing pages, dashboards, and responsive interfaces. It helps you align elements consistently, build structure into your designs, and make sure everything feels balanced and easy to scan. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to set it up step by step in Figma, and by the end, you'll know how to customize the grid for your own project. If this tutorial helps you, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more quick Figma tips and software tutorials. Alright, let's jump right in. First, open your Figma file and click on the frame on your canvas that you want to add the grid to. This step matters because the grid is applied to the selected frame, not the entire file. So before you do anything else, make sure the correct frame is selected. Once your frame is highlighted, look over to the right sidebar. You'll see a section called Layout Grid. This is where Figma keeps all the grid and column settings for your selected frame. If you don't see it right away, just scroll a little in the Properties panel until you find it. Now click the plus button in the Layout Grid section to add a new grid. By default, Figma usually starts with a basic grid style, but we're going to change that into a 12-column layout. To do that, click the drop-down menu where it says Grid and switch it to Columns. As soon as you do that, Figma will transform the grid into vertical columns, which is exactly what we want for a 12-column system. Next, find the count setting and change it to 12. This tells Figma how many columns to create across the frame. 12 columns is a very common design standard because it gives you lots of flexibility. You can use full width elements, split layouts, sidebars, cards, and more, all while keeping everything aligned to the same structure. After setting the count, you'll see a type option. This controls how the columns behave inside your frame. If you choose stretch, the columns will expand to fill the full width of the frame automatically. This is usually the best choice if you want a responsive layout that adapts nicely to different screen sizes. If you choose center, the columns will stay within a fixed maximum width and leave margins on both sides. This is useful when you want your content centered with breathing room around it, especially for desktop web layouts. Once you've chosen the type, move on to the gutter setting. The gutter is the space between each column. A common value is 24 pixels, but you can also use 20 or another number depending on your design style. Larger gutters create more space between columns, while smaller gutters make the layout feel tighter and more compact. After that, set the margin value. The margin controls the outer spacing on the left and right edges of your frame. This is important because it keeps your content from touching the edges and helps create visual balance. A good margin depends on the frame size, but many designers start with something like 24, 32, or 64 pixels, then adjust based on the project. As you change these values, Figma updates the grid instantly, so you can visually check whether the columns look right for your design. If the columns feel too wide or too tight, just adjust the gutter and margin until everything looks clean and usable. The great thing about a 12-column grid is that once it's set up, it becomes much easier to place text, buttons, images, and sections with consistency across the whole design. You'll spend less time guessing where things should go and more time focusing on the actual user experience. So to quickly recap, select your frame, open Layout Grid, click the plus button, switch the grid type to columns, set the count to 12, choose stretch or center, and then adjust your gutter and margin sizes to match your layout. And that's how you make a 12-column grid in Figma. If you found this useful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more simple design tutorials like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.